Hello, everyone. My name is Chris, one of the founders of Drofika Labs. I'll move around the way. All right. So I'm sure everyone here knows about the cloud. The cloud is this big thing in space that rains down on us or whatever. But no, I'm talking about cloud computing. The cloud, really what it is data farms halfway across the world or halfway across the country that processes our data. But with the next problem we're entering now is the next age of compute, which is IoT devices. With 50 billion IoT devices coming into production in the next couple of years, what that means is there's going to be either data farms everywhere or something new needs to happen. The other problem with the cloud is waste. Last year alone, enterprise companies wasted $14 billion in either oversized or under compute processes in the cloud. And so here, we at Drofika are here to solve that problem. And how do we do that? Very simple. I'm looking around, I see laptops everywhere. So what we do is we take the CPUs and GPUs in your laptops and we use them to process data. So we turn your computers into mini data centers. That allows us to process data closer to you as opposed to the cloud. So we call this fog computing. So basically, fog computing is computing closer to the edge. So our architecture sits between you and the cloud. That way, data is processed closer to you and locally. So imagine this. Imagine your smart cars, your smart traffic lights, your smart cities. Rather than sending data halfway across the country, halfway across the world, data can be processed locally from sourced compute. But not just that, that's just our public infrastructure. We have something what we call our private infrastructure. And what we do is we take existing compute within an environment, within an office, and we turn them into their own mini data center, into their own private cloud. So right now, we are working with Comcast and S-Cube. So with Comcast, their DevOps department, we worked with the DevOps department, and we created a fog infrastructure using 2 servers and 30 computers. And they use that now to train and develop their AI models, saving them 30% in compute costs from the cloud. S-Cube is a company out they're in the oil and gas sector. And with them, what we did is that we created a hybrid model for them. So they still collect and store their data in the cloud, but all the compute is done on-premise. So, very simple go-to-market strategy. There is nothing really out there except us, and our aim is to dominate the market space. We want to offer an alternative to the cloud. Data doesn't always have to be sent far away. Sometimes it should be processed closer to you, depending on what you're trying to do, especially with IoT devices. We're industry agnostic, oil and gas, telecommunications, especially with 5G, and even healthcare. So right now, we're working with a medical tech company to want to deploy at clinics. So we're going to create a fog infrastructure within clinics so that they can deploy the AI infrastructure and be HIPAA compliant. So we offer a basic pricing, SaaS pricing model per device on the system, as well as data processed. Right now, we're still in our early phases. We're making $15,000 month of revenue. And the market size is $41 billion. We're not just talking about, this isn't just about the enterprise or our private fog. We're talking about the public fog, where we can source compute from people around the country, around the world, so the IoT devices, even if it's a car that's in motion, a car in motion will always have a device, a place to process data locally, not far away. Exit strategy. I'm going after Jeff Bezos, by the way. And this is our team. So we have 10 plus years development, engineering, distributed computing, PhD, and multi-core processing. My name is Chris, and again, this isn't just about, we're now at a phase where we're not talking about how to process data. We should now be talking about where to process data, where we process our data, and that's what we're solving. My name is Chris. Thank you.